Friday, 10th of February 2017. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.athavan.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The top highlight in Daily News says, President to remain neutral on SAITM issue. President Maithripala Sirisena yesterday emphasized that he will not allow Malabe SAITM private medical college to cause an injustice towards medical students of other universities in the country. He said as the president, he will not take the side of any party to this issue but work independently and impartially to ensure justice to every medical student in the country. The president said that during the next few days he will hold discussions with all parties concerned with this issue and take measures to resolve it in a manner acceptable to each and every one. He requested students of all medical facilities to pursue their academic activities as usual without boycotting classes. The president gave this assurance when he addressed the Woodville Housing Project meeting at the Talakele UC grounds after launching the Woodville Housing Scheme in Nuwara yesterday. He said no one would be allowed to manipulate the children who inherited the country's future for their own benefit. Another highlight says, Kirialla tells Parliament new constitution government's aim. The government's objective is to bring forth the new constitution, followed by a referendum with the support of the SLFP leader of the House, Lakshman Kirialla, said in Parliament yesterday in reply to a question by MP Vimal Veerawansa. Veerawansa questioned the leader of the House if Foreign Minister Mangala Samarveera had made a statement to the foreign media that the government was to adopt a new constitution. Kirialla said the government is optimistic about the new constitution. The government is very clear on two main points. One, we will bring forth a new constitution. Then we'll go for a referendum, he said. Kirialla pointed out the government will not adopt a new constitution behind closed doors. He said there are certain political parties still presenting their proposal for the new constitution. When we receive all proposals from all parties, we will table the draft in Parliament, Kirialla said. There's another highlight which says, GMOA links up with Gunaratnam's party against SAITM. The Frontline Socialist Party and the GMOA would launch a joint struggle against the granting of official recognition to SAITM, the two organizations pledged at a joint press conference yesterday. The highlight in the middle says, Ravi complains of mole in CB. Finance Minister Ravi Karnanayaka yesterday in Parliament complained of leaking inside information of the central bank to the media. The minister expressed his concerns that certain high-ranking officials of the CB were behind this move. Speaker Karu Jayasuriya said he would bring this matter to the attentions of the CB governor. There's another highlight which says, money laundering charges against Namal, AG to file indictments. The Financial Crimes Investigation Division conducting investigations against 6 suspects including Hambantota District MP Namal Rajapaksha for their alleged involvement in money laundering amounting to 45 million rupees involving 2 companies owned by Namal Rajapaksha yesterday informed court that the Attorney General was expecting to file indictments. And the highlight at the bottom says, Speaker's chair overturns. The Speaker's chair in the main chamber overturned unexpectedly while Parliament sessions were in progress yesterday. The chair turned over when the presiding members of the House were changing places. The incident happened while UNP MP Ananda Kumara Siri left the chair and UPFA MP Shehan Semasinghe was about to take seat. Staff members rushed to the podium and straightened the chair back to its normal position. Let's now move to the paper highlights in Daily Mirror. The top highlight says, Government intends going in for referendum with SLFP's support. The government intends to go in for referendum with the consent of all parties including the Sri Lankan Freedom Party on the new constitution, leader of the House Lakshman Kirialla told Parliament yesterday. Another highlight says, Purchase of properties abroad. MPs want select committee appointed. Several members of Parliament have requested Speaker Karu Jayasuriya to appoint a special select committee to look into the expenses of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka on the purchase of properties abroad. Another highlight says, WB says no review on AG's report. The World Bank in a statement yesterday said it has not undertaken any assessment of the Sri Lanka's Auditor General's report on the controversial bond issue. The highlight in the middle says, interim report on constitution in simplest language. President Maithripala Sirisena instructed the steering committee to draft the interim report on constitution, making it the simplest possible language so that the ordinary people can understand it, an MP said yesterday. There's another highlight which says, "New constitution most potent weapon for peace," says Mangala. A new constitution is the most potent weapon for a non-recurrence of Sri Lanka's conflict and would have to be given priority over accountability mechanisms, said Foreign Affairs Minister Mangala Samaravira. There's another highlight which says, "Namal's Hello-Cop inquiry. Open warrants issued through Interpol on 2 suspects." Colombo Additional Magistrate Jayaram issued open warrants yesterday through Interpol on 2 suspects who were absconding in the inquiry conducted under the Money Laundering Act against Namal Rajapaksha and 5 others for purchasing shares in a company called Hello Corp using ill-gotten funds. And the highlight at the bottom says, "International audit on Mahendran should be probed," says Yapa. State Minister of Finance Lakshman Yapa Abeyvardhana said yesterday a thorough investigation must be launched on the allegations made by a central bank internal inquiry against former Governor Arjuna Mahendran in a manner similar to the Commission of Inquiry appointed by President Maithripala Sirisena to probe the infamous bond scam. And now let's move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The top highlight says, "Shady CB land deals abroad, PSC probe." Several parliamentarians have called on Speaker Karu Jayasuriya to appoint a parliamentary select committee to probe expenses incurred by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka when purchasing properties abroad. Another highlight says, "Speaker's chair topples over." The Speaker's chair accidentally toppled yesterday while proceedings were in session. Parliament staff were seen hurrying to set the chair back to its upright position. The highlight in the middle says, "Sumandiran's security increased." Speaker Karu Jayasuriya in Parliament yesterday ordered security officials to increase the security assigned to TNA MP Sumandiran. There's another highlight which says, "Asoka Piri sacked." Competent authority of the Sri Lanka Mineral Sands Company, Asoka Piris, has been removed with immediate effect. Sources said Piris had been removed following an order received from the top echelons of the government, but that no reason for his sacking has been intimated to him. There's another highlight which says, "Referendum on new constitution," says Kirialla. And another highlight in the middle says, "Hello Corp case open warrant via Interpol on 2." And the highlight at the bottom says, "Rights watchdog warns UNHRC resolution." That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and we'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.